Okay, hello everyone. I'm Carol. We are running a Web3 dating app called XO. I am the CMO and co-founder. And I have been in this industry for almost 4 years. And we are building a different dating app to connect people with like the proof of personhood and also like AI agents.
Hello everyone, my name is Suji and we've been in Web3 Social for almost 9 years, since 2016, 2017. And we start from decentralized social network, then we expand to corporate venture capital, we expand to like nonprofit grant. Basically, it's super early for consumer crypto, right? So we want to do everything that consumer want, but it's very early, so happy to share our thoughts here, yeah.
Hi, I'm Sean. I'm in crypto space for almost like 8 years. Start from the ICO times. And after ICO times, I co-found EVG with my partners. We are a venture studio in Hong Kong. And recently we are building our own social protocol, which is called OpenSocial. And January, OpenSocial will finally launch our own product, where everyone can come to OpenSocial and create their space and put in a bunch of Web3 plugins, integrate your Instagram or Twitter or TikTok, and you can even have your own BGM on your own space. And the space is your own PWA app. We want to do something very decentralized and pretty cool, and you can issue your own space token as well. Yeah.
Very cool. Let's start off by talking about communities and onboarding people. So when we think about onboarding the next generation of 10 million or more users, a lot of people think NFTs, a lot of people think meme tokens. What are you guys' thoughts on what SocialFi will play in onboarding new users from Web 2 into Web 3?
We actually did some A/B tests on that, and I don't know what's the best way to do that, but I certainly know what's not what we should do.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah, so first of all, I think we should never do social to earn. Encourage people to post or comment, to like. That will just pollute your entire recommendation feed. Like whether you're doing by AI or you're doing it like centralized, like all those farmers will come in and pollute everything. So social to earn is something very risky. And the second thing I think everyone should not be doing is consume to earn. So we tried. We used one of the app to try, okay, we sell NFT at the beginning and user can get token. So in users' mindset, they will think that, oh, I put in like, I invest $100 and I will get $150 back. So that will crush the tokenomics as well. So I think these two are kind of risky for tokenomics if you plan to do like any kind of social application. That's some of our learnings. And what's like something good is I think that I still think vampire attack is a good strategy, especially for example like if like we allow Pudgy Penguin guys to onboard to OpenSocial, and then like if 1,000 of the Pudgy holders onboard to OpenSocial, therefore we can like we can calculate a conversion rate of like the potential purchasing power, and that might be very important for the tokenomics or to stabilize the token price. So I like these are the good and bads like based on our learnings so far.
Suji?
Yeah, I think people underestimate the difficulty and the size of social, no matter it's social network or SocialFi. If we look into the stock market, if you look into like New York stock market or like NASDAQ, the biggest sector are either like financial service or search engine or social network like Facebook or payment network. So that's like 3-4 sectors. And even look into Hong Kong, like Asia market, like Tencent is one of the largest company. So people underestimate how big this could be. People always think like, oh, Binance is already this big, right? Like Coinbase is already almost 100 billion. So these are giants. But in my opinion, if we continue decentralize everything of the internet, if we continue onboard mass adoption for crypto, social network or social related companies and protocols can be as large as Binance or even larger. So that is the first thing, right? And if we want to achieve that, it will be much more difficult than we can imagine, right? So again, we look into all these very successful Web2, Web1 social companies. They're not really pure social network. Facebook is an merchant acquisition machine. It's the MA monster. Like half of their user, I think 70% of the user was through MA, right? Like Instagram was done by acquisition. Metaverse, the Meta, is done by acquisition. The VR part is done by acquisition. WhatsApp is done by acquisition. It's only Facebook, the original app that no one uses right now, is invented by themselves. If you look into Tencent, again, it's an investment machine. It's done less acquisition, but it's done more investment. It's done more gaming. So we are not the first social token out there. Before us, there's like S&T, Status.im, and even EOS founder, Daniel Miller, after the EOS crashed, I believe they've acquired the voice.com and want to do social. We have some deep conversation with all these crypto OGs. They have much more money than us back in the days. They're like, oh, Suji, you're doing social for many years. We don't do social. Our budget is 200 million, blah, blah, blah. And I always tell them, first, you want to build a product, build a protocol, build a product like CN's doing a great job. Second, you need to start a venture arm. Separate from that. Third, you need to do acquisition arm and gaming arm. Anyone who didn't do that will not be that big. So I think what we learned is from the very successful Web2 social networks. We're the first one. DVG is also having a venture arm, so we're the first one. But we're not the only one. But we are sharing the knowledge, sharing the experience. You should do that for a social network. For the FinTech failure experience, they used to have a lot of social capital. They can reinvest. First, social tuning is a bad idea, I agree. But even with the bad idea, if you have a lot of social capital, you have a lot of treasury, you can reinvest the things. They didn't do that. They wait until people fade away. So again, social is super huge, super big market, but it's also super complicated. If you want to beat Coinbase and Binance in the size, you will be as complicated as Tencent or Meta. That's my feeling. And we're just super early. Yeah, we won't see too many, projects have a venture arm, have a merger acquisition team, have a nonprofit arm. So that is something we are super optimistic about the future. If anyone is success, I think they'll be much more larger than Binance. That's I think, super bullish on this, frontier. Yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think what Sean mentioned is about the creating value, the real value in social. And you talk about the markets, right? So I think on top of these two, I think the other things that is most important is how we actually generate real users in each social, not only for tokens, like for airdrops, and then they leave. And when we see this market, how it start to, there are a lot of things involved. First, I think the entry barrier should not be too high. The people, I think there is one social which is very successful before is StepIn because they are very user-friendly. So for the interfaces, we don't want to make people think, oh, it's too difficult to enter or it's Web3. Yeah, because now XO, we have 1.5 million users from 7 countries. And they are all based on the real demand for using social. And some of the users, they don't even know it is a Web3 product. We are just leveraging this technology to protect our users. And I think to associate data with different chains or IDs is very important too. So we can build a bigger map. And And there's also one thing, it's about like the scammer, the catfishing in all the social platform. I think this pain point is, the only solution is the blockchain. Yeah, especially when AI is prevailing. And we think we can use blockchain to actually solve the problem of dating of social platform. Yeah, I think that's the future.
Interesting. One thing you all touched upon is we have been through learn to earn, play to earn, run to earn, all of these things. You would disagree it's not a good model. Is there a substantial model where somebody could learn and earn, play and earn, and it's sustainable as a token model, or is it just something we should completely stay away from?
I think in this cycle, I think probably need to stay away from it. Yeah.
Is there a way where you could integrate it into the token economics? Because I've seen research on it where you have a state that you enter where you're challenged, but you're also accelerating. You're seeing that a lot in gaming. And once you put money into it, that state goes away and goes towards, oh, I can make $1, $2 an hour. And it's more focused on the earning rather than the actual usability of the product.
Yeah, but I think that the thing is that so play to earn or like social to earn, the core thing is that who is your counterparty, right? So if you run like a play to earn app, the project itself is counterparty to VCs and the users, right? Not like meme coins. Meme coins, like users' counterparty, right? So and they have expectations to get listed on like top-notch exchanges. So and like users, they are not comfortable to buy tokens that are counterparties with VCs and projects right now. Right? It's something that has changed a bit in this cycle. It's a little bit back to like kind of our ICO days. So that's why I think the token models needs to be changed. It's changing it back to the last cycle. Last cycle. Yeah, 2016-17 cycle.
I actually love like meme coin, like not meme coin itself. I love like the pictures of meme coin. You know, like I got a lot of like those like pop cats, like different little cats figure. They're super cute. And I think like the way I view them is like, okay, lottery is a huge business. Like in most countries, lottery is either halfly state-owned or they're state-related, right? You have to apply a license to something. Meme coin is, you know, like we think meme coin is network state lottery. And there's like Solana meme coin and there's ETH meme coin. Sometimes you just fight each other for some animal. You know, like there's ETH, hippo, whatever. Like ETH, some animal fighting Solana animal. That's like different. You know, if you bid in different countries lottery, it's actually different rate. It's different tax rate. So that makes sense. But the ultimate question for the founders, for the entrepreneurs, is whether you want to build a lottery company or you want to build a Walmart. So Walmart have a lot of lottery like stand. If you enter the U.S. Walmart, usually you see a cargo, you see like all these like glossary stuff, and you see several like good-looking lottery stuff, $5 each. Well, lottery is huge business, but compared to Walmart, compared to Amazon, they're tiny business. So in my view, like Pump Fund is great. It have huge cash flow. It's good, but I think Pump Fund is, again, like if you compare the cash flow of Pump Fund to OnlyFans, it's even like not that big. If you compare OnlyFans to like Japanese AV conglomerate like DMM, it's even tiny. So the ultimate question is whether you want to stay comfortable building meme coin lottery, or you want to build Walmart, you want to build a Facebook. I won't judge founders. I think a lot of those like founders, they haven't figured this out, but I think this is really honest answer. For us, for mass network, back in the days, we think, oh yeah, if we can build a lottery, people love it, it's okay. We made money and we realized we can't keep doing this for the long term. That's why we have the nonprofit arm. We actually donate a college, for labs, for blockchain labs for young student. We have venture arm for early stage investment. And I think for like you guys for gaming, for mass adoption, you guys for the venture still do the same thing. We realize it's not sustainable. So we want someone to build the Walmart. Then if you want to build the lottery stand, it's fine. So consumer crypto, again, consuming lottery is consuming, but it's not that legit. If people can buy some Starbucks, that will be better. So that's my opinion. But if you try to lure everyone to gamble, that will be, I think, not long-term business. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. You mentioned a couple of times education. How important is education now, especially that more people are coming into the space? Maybe your mom, your dad, your uncle asking you, what is this Bitcoin thing? How do I get into it? Where can they go? Where can they learn? Because usually you learn through SocialFi.
Yeah, I mean, this is unpopular opinion. I think the UI, UX, like the user interface experience issue is getting worse. It's not getting better. Like the last cycle, I can talk to my uncle, my mom, even my grandparents. They can learn the Ethereum wallet very easily. They can know, okay, I need to have the ease for paying gas fee. I have this token, that token. It's very expensive, but they can understand this. This cycle, what is Solana? What is layer 2? What is this NFT thing? What is the soulbound token? What is different NFT standard? It's getting more and more complicated, but investment into the better user experience is not enough. One example is, I think the best wallet, the wallet with the most interesting UI, UX, the Ethereum ecosystem is Rainbow Wallet. If you guys heard of that, it's really cute. I love the icon. We are one of the investors. But when they pitch investors, it feels really hard for justify the amount of money they put to improve the user experience. It's very easy to justify, hey, okay, I'm going to donate to a college for a ZK, top-level ZK professor to join my team, doing nothing but just writing papers. People are going to justify this, oh, it's a ZK coin going to pump. Or you say, hey, I will do some AI research with Sam Altman's friends. Huge money wasted, but it's fine. But if you ever write a report to the LPs or to the shareholders, hey, we're going to spend $5 million on doing a really deep diving UI experience improvement, people will think you're crazy. So that is, I think, a lot of where it's problem from. I think if we invest enough money like the big companies do, we can make the UI way better. Then the gas fee already much more lower. Then we already have all chains Solana with much more lower gas fee. We have you guys for better apps. But I think this cycle we've done much more worse education than last one. Much more worse UI than the last one, yeah.
When it comes to learning or enhancing user experience, I think AI is becoming much more relevant. Carol, we talked about it before backstage. We've seen more AI agents coming into the space. They become your financial advisor, they become your health support agent, whatever it is. How do you feel about these agents coming in? And how would you feel if a significant user base on your platform would be AI agents rather than real users?
Yeah, I think AI agent is really helping humans to save a lot of time. Normally when people, they start to talk on dating app, they normally ask, how old are you, where do you live, something like that, some basic questions. But the conversation will still go nowhere. And we want to use AI agent to leverage all the conversation, make it go to deeper engagement or to have more connections. So I think for EXO, I think AI agent is really great. And we already validated, people are willing to pay for this kind of ads, just like an AI women. Yeah, but I think for AI agent to really replace people to date, I think it's something impossible, because sometimes, yeah, we are all humans. We want to talk to humans. We want to date humans. So for dating an AI, I think it can be just just play around is fine, but it's not going to be a real stuff. Yeah.
Sean, any thoughts on AI agents coming in,
Yeah.
taking over your platform?
We can see a bunch of new AI agents. Truth of Terminal, AIXBT, Zero Bros on Twitter recently, right? And I think the content they generate is super fun. Like, makes people really want to engage below their tweet. And I think this is something pretty unique and you've never seen in last cycle. Yeah. So, but I'll say that the barrier for creating these kind of AI agent is also pretty low because everyone can easily create AI agent on Twitter, and so it doesn't solve the Walmart thing that Suji just mentioned, right? So it's like a item inside Walmart, but it's not a Walmart. Yeah. So I think social protocols, social projects like Fireflies, Exos, and OpenSocial, we have it like AI can release the potential of building a social protocol and to make it much more fun and engaging. And also, like if you connect Twitter to our platform, we can easily identify what kind of person you are, and we can recommend some AI agents or recommend some categories you might like to you. So I think AI empowers the entire social ecosystems as well. Yeah.
Talking about fractionalization of social files. So since I've been in the space since 2016, it's always been Twitter, Telegram, Discord became more relevant. But it is very hard to find one place that you can go to, you can learn, and you can educate yourself. As we're all in social files, 60% I think of the global population are using social media. Is it time for another revolution that we have something where people can come together, connect, network at events, learn about different communities? Because right now it's on YouTube, on Udemy, it is everywhere. Carol, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think like we should play a role like to associate different, like for example, we integrate Farcaster, we integrate Cyber ID. So when people they are using different platforms, they can still use one role to actually like it's just like a digital citizens. Like when you use everything, but you can also combine all the information and data in like your Sobao token. Yeah, that's what we are doing for our users. So I think at the end of the day, all the socials, they can actually just like, they can be like different kind of playground for users. And user can use one digital role to actually engage in different platforms. And they can benefit from all the playground, and the playgrounds can actually interact with each other as well. Yeah.
Suji?
What is the question again?
The fragmentation of
Yeah.
social channels that we have in the industry.
Yeah, I think actually the most interesting social protocol ever existed in the history is email. because like if you look into email, like even Google and Microsoft and like Apple, all these guys, they have to follow the same protocol. You have to like, even you hate each other, you have to accept the email from the other like mailbox. But then comes to Web3, Web2, they all are competing and incompatible with each other. That's even more hilarious in Web3. Like, for example, Nostr. Like Bitcoin guys love Nostr, right? We are also like helping a lot of Nostr people. Nostr is having their private key, public key, private key, same thing as Ethereum, Solana, and even it's actually even the same cryptographic standard. But if you ever shout out, say, hey, can we, make it compatible to some major wallet? These guys gonna just like, come to you and shout at you like, dude, this is like should not be compatible with Ethereum or whatever. But again, it is the same thing. It's exactly the same thing. If you look into like Solana, there's some Solana social guys, Dialect, right? They're doing the Blink thing, but Blink. First, it's very like it's like Mass Network did that many years ago, the mini app on Twitter, but it's also very similar to Frame, which is on Farcaster. We are lead investor for the frame standard inventor, David From, and we're like, oh, you should talk to the other Solana folks. And we also talk to other people we know at Solana, they should talk. But they're like, oh, no, we should not talk for now. So this is a huge problem. If we don't really want to, if we don't solve this, we will not see any mass adoption. Because even like Facebook and TikTok, they're talking in some way. But like in Web3, it is so tiny that people are just like stepping on each other's toes. It's not helping at all. So my feeling is like we should rather learn from email, rather than from like Bitcoin or Ethereum. Just get rid of these ideologies. Let's be compatible first. Yeah.
I mean, that's been a discussion that's been around since 2017, 2016 of having interoperability. How far are we on that? Like, are we doing better? Are we doing worse?
I think we're doing better in the standard level. So at least all this data is on-chain. It's just a matter of like what layer 2, like what like storage layer. Some are IPFS, some are RV. That's just the only difference. But we're getting worse on the application level because if you're an app developer, it will be super complicated and painful to integrate all these things. And also for developer stack, it's getting worse. Because back in the Bitcoin and Ethereum days, if you're OG, even you're like a crypto millionaire, you will write down all the docs as you say. You would not hide anything. But this happened in a lot of layer 1 and layer 2s. They'll hide some secret parts. Do not write in the documentation. You have to ask them. You have to be buddy with them. So this is getting worse in some way, getting better in some way. I think again, we're not really taking this thing seriously enough. And glad that you guys are here for changing this thing. Yeah.
So in crypto, we have a lot of applications and a lot of use cases for, I think, a lot of problems that don't really exist. What is one thing that could be providing enough value to a user to come back on a daily basis outside of the usual things that everybody's using, like a DEX, a SEX, and maybe a game?
Oh, I think this is a hard one. I would still say social. Yeah, I think social is something that people will come on a daily basis. It's just a matter of like the type of social. So like for OpenSocial, we are not like intent to create a public swimming pool like Twitter or Facebook, but we think that like Web3 social should be like private swimming pool or like a jacuzzi. So everyone can have their own very unique, decorated, customized jacuzzi. And you can visit each other's jacuzzi if you want to take a bath with them together. Yeah, and like people can trade in my jacuzzi. People can like issue a token in my jacuzzi. And we are bestie, and we can have like bestie pass. So we are doing approaches and products like that, and hopefully that there will be some like daily use case to it. We're looking forward to it, and we believe that what we're doing is right, but it just need to let the time to prove it.
Suji, my man, what do you think?
I think Xin already told everything. Yeah, totally agree. Yeah.
More jacuzzis.
Yeah, and I think there's one thing for Web 2 and Web 3, like the most difference for their social is like the users in Web 2, they cannot actually own their data. Their ownership of data and also like monetize it's impossible in Web 2. So for like the Web 3 social, I think it is one thing that we can compete. And also if we can create like unique features or unique like some small niche for a certain user groups, then yeah, it can be a success for business, I think. Because for EXO, we also like provide for like LGBTQ some small niche group for them to use these products, and also they can monetize it with tokens, and also have some more secure and like protective from like stay away from the scammer. And I think we already validate this kind of value because we're already profitable, and our retention is actually 3x higher than the traditional dating app. now, and also the ARPU is actually X6 higher than Bumble. Yeah, so yeah, I hope that we can really change this game, just like what Suji mentioned. Yeah.
All right, as we're running out of time, just one last thing. As we're all in SocialFi, and SocialFi is a lot about the next trend and the next wave. In 2016-17, it was ICOs. Last cycle was a lot about NFTs. What's going to be a big narrative coming this cycle?
I think it will still be like meme coins or ICO-related tokenomics, because people care about how they can get more the allocations fair in this cycle compared to the last cycle. So for project itself, we better need to follow this trend, or else we will be fucked. I think Hyperliquid are doing pretty well on this one. Yeah. So yeah, just need to learn from the best, right?
Yeah, I think people should just launch token on their Twitter profile page. Yeah, like even projects. Like why not, right? So I think that should be coming. Yeah.
Agree.
Cool. Thank you, guys.